Hello, I'm Nick, and welcome to Nikkalotz Season 1, Episode 1, Director's Commentary. This is Call of Duty Ghosts, beginning of the end. And this is a bit of a weird one because it was supposed to be a little bit less improv heavy, and immediately just there's a lot of things that went wrong with this one. I mean, first off, let's go back a bit. I'm filming this outside in like the middle of December. It's pretty cold out. I didn't want to do this. And so the things I'm not exactly saying anything of very good substance in this. You know, I'm kind of just talking pretty weird. I don't know. I was sort of just rattling this all off the dome, and it wasn't very good. But nonetheless, I got through the intro where I was supposed to say, "Hey, fellas, it's me, Nikkalotz." I don't know why I did the full name there. And then I was like, "Oh, filming a video, but you have to make a video for YouTube before the end of the year." I was embarrassed to like put that in the video, so like I made a weird jump cut and then like blamed it on myself for not being able to formulate the words together. That's like the red text I put at the bottom. Why I did, but you have to have the first video is speech really this hard? Like, already stop. You're not funny. So like that's already making me angry. But secondly, I was still rather new to video making, and sorry, I'm yawning. But I was still relatively new to all this garbage, so I'm not exactly doing the best there. Like, there's a couple things here that are a little messed up. For example, this intense thinking text that comes up was supposed to have a shake effect on it, and it just didn't work. It went away. Built into my editing software was just that music that you just heard there, that little like free tune. So there's that, and then on top of this, just my my LG K20V had a terrible resolution, so you can barely see what's going on. Like, the quality is putrid. So that's another thing. I shot all of this on just my phone, you know, like that was just how I did things back then. I just shot everything on my phone. Because I mean, it's easy. You can start this stuff up relatively quickly with just not that much stuff. I mean, yeah, it's relatively easy to just post stuff on YouTube. These are just rules I made up for myself, you know. I mentioned the being cold stuff. Yeah. I don't know why I used the Sonic CD prototype music here. That was weird. I couldn't tell you why I did that. Actually, I think that was because it had just come out. The Sonic CD prototype had just dropped, and so the Salad Plains had just appeared for the first time to the world. So, you know, it was a hot topic, a hot ticket item for the world then. But you know, yeah. So there's that weird choice of music. You're gonna hear it for the rest of the video. It's gonna play for the rest of it. Sorry. I recorded all of this footage for this. I still have it somewhere on a flash drive that I keep back over there. September of 2019, I want to say. I had this idea for this video for a while, and my thoughts here for this, they were going to be scripted. Then I lost the script. I had it written on my school computer, as I do with these things. I mean, I made this video when I was still in middle school, but when I was in high school, something I would do very commonly is when I was at school, I was constantly writing scripts for videos, and that obviously didn't change. I started that in well, in 7th grade, so I had something written down. I think I went on just like online markup text editor, and I had something written. I lost it, which is why I went with the idea of just improving the entire thing. I have very fuzzy memories of how I recorded the voiceover, because I think I just sat there and like just rattled off stuff completely off the dome. And I think just everything I thought of made it in the video. So yeah, there's that. And there's not really much I can say about that otherwise. I just sort of talked. But yeah, let's keep this going. Never mind. We got this text-to-speech. I was scared to curse, so I cut it off. I was like, a piece of shit. I mean, a round-like object that is deposited through your lower crevice. So it was a dumb bit, and I don't know why I did it like that, but whatever, man. I was 12. I didn't know what I was doing. Here's a fun fact. I didn't own my Google account then. Technically my dad owned it, so I didn't like get it till I was 13. Google Family Link's a bitch. I hate it so much. Anyways, this was just text-to-speech I just found online. I just dug it up. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. You have this Google screen that's going to come up right here. Yeah, I went in through YouTube's editing software and blurred it out, but like my whole search history was just like in there, and I had some like stupid stuff in there. It's not even like it was stuff that was bad. Like, it's not like I was looking up like how to cure like my STDs or like what my social security number is. Like, no, it was just like a bunch of garbage that was just like kind of embarrassing. I probably like Googled like my times tables or something, knowing like in 7th grade I had much less to worry about, hence why I was like, I'm gonna make videos. So, you know, there's that. But I think I looked up some stupid things on purpose to fill in there. I think I added a couple of unusual things. Like I looked up how many ounces are in a mile or something stupid like that. And it's like, yeah, you can do that, but when your actual search history has some like god-awful, stupid idiot garbage in it, it's like, it's difficult to make a joke if you are the joke immediately afterwards. Speaking of jokes, that part right there, I'm supposed to laugh at the campaign as a concept. I don't do that very good because I can't laugh fake. Couldn't tell you why I did that anyways. I sort of just like thought of the jokes and it was just like, boom, 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 just go. Just rattling off things. I think this segment here is pretty good with the multiplayer. I was saying things pretty well. I mean, like, there's this joke here where it's like, oh, Cranked is all about how you, like, you're like a coked up, drugged up, fast reload guy. That doesn't translate very well. Same thing here. The modern and warfare joke doesn't land because in the intro, hey, Nick, you didn't put that in the intro. You didn't mention that at all, like how this game is based on or it's like trying to be Modern Warfare 4 without actually being called Modern Warfare 4. It doesn't translate very well if you don't say those things. So that plot's kind of that part of the plot of the review doesn't make very much sense. This is very clearly ripped off of the Act Man. I think I just watched his video on COD Ghost and I was like, I'm gonna make a video too. Look at me go. So, in terms of that, I guess I'm fine. This one right here, I was gonna say, oh, you know, be a terrorist. I cut that one out because I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, terrorism isn't that good of a joke. So I tried to edit it. I tried to morph it in post into me saying, or, you know, arm a bomb. I didn't do very well. I didn't do very good at that. So overall, didn't turn out great. This one's a joke I'm proud of. Domination, get the flag, but not get the flag. Kill confirm, get the dog tag. Furry. That one, I think I cut it at one point, and then I was like, nah, we're bringing it back. You may notice that one's referenced in the Black Ops 4 video. And I don't think there's any other things. You can see a couple of times here, we got a few funky transitions because I was fresh into learning editing. There seems to be this common trait where whenever I want to learn editing, I get into these pits and troughs of, oh, I'm going to edit a school project here and a school project there, and then that's what gets me into this. The school project that got me into this was a fake movie trailer for, was it Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None? Did she write that book? I actually have no idea. Yeah, I think it was And Then There Were None. Although she also wrote Murder on the Orient Express. Yeah, I liked reading And Then There Were None in 7th grade honors English class. Don't ask why middle school had an honors English class. I could not tell you. But we were reading that in her class, and she was like, all right, guys, you have a bingo board. And there were like 9 spaces on it, and one of them was movie trailer. One of the kids in that class, his name was John, or Johnny. He made a much better movie trailer than I did. I think he got like his whole family involved. Mine was like, it was a weirdo, and then like it ends off with someone being poisoned by like putting a chemical in their drink. But that doesn't make sense, because that's not how anyone dies in the at the end of the book. Like the whole bit was like, ooh, this is how the last person dies in the book, and it's like that doesn't make sense because the last guy shot himself with some funky contraption. I don't know. It's been a minute since I read it. So overall, that one's never seeing the light of day. It's going to take a lot of guts out of me to upload that publicly onto YouTube, onto Nick's Vault probably, because I don't want to. That one's terrible. I hate that video. It doesn't make sense, and most of it's just me trying to do a dramatic reading of the original poem that it's based on. No, it's terrible. I can never put it on. Also, Nick TEM, this guy right here, genuinely, I was so locked into this concept of my gamer tag being Nick TEM, as in the Emerald Minecart. You can go on my Roblox page, and you can see a couple of years ago I renamed it to Nikkalotz. But Magnificent Nick TEM is what it was. I remember when I was making my Roblox account, they didn't let me put in just Nick TEM. So that's weird. Anyways, let me shut up and let the video play for a bit. There's just more talking about the multiplayer. I don't know why I made fun of Safeguard, because I liked playing it. Frankly, I don't agree with much of my opinions in this video. I don't think they've aged very well. I think I had like just watched the Ackman video, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video on Call of Duty Ghost. But like, I grew up with this. This was the only COD that I had on the PS4 for a while there. And then I think in like 2018 or so, my dad was like, hey, let's buy COD World War II. This one seems cool. Because my dad owned a bunch of the PS3 games. So MW2, 3, World at War. Yeah. So I had a bunch of them. And overall, I mean, I enjoyed playing them. I didn't play much of the PS3 games. When I did, I would hop on Nocturne and Toten on World at War because I like playing zombies. And we had Ghosts. I liked it. I have a vivid memory of, I think me one year, I went ahead and beat the campaign on New Year's Eve. I don't know why I remember that so vividly, but I was like, I'm going to crunch through the whole campaign in one sitting. I did it. Cool. So I don't know what was going on in my head at that point, but yeah, no, I did the whole thing. You proud of me? So I did that. Overall, I just had a lot of good memories with this game, and I don't know why I pushed them all down to be all edgy and cute. I don't get it. So, yeah. I personally just never had any problems with it, but, you know, I was just looking at it in the vacuum because I never really played or cared about the other games. So, yeah. Overall, I liked Ghost. You know, like right here, when I'm talking, I'm like, oh, the maps are so good, but Jesus Christ, they're so bad. And I'm doing like I'm trying to do like a silly voice. Old Nikkalotz be like, I'm going to distort the pitch and not distort the pitch. I'm gonna just distort the audio, and that's the joke. I just constantly did this thing where I was like, I'm gonna mold the audio, and that makes it funny. Like right here with the little loot box rant that I go on. I mean, like, it's a little funny. Like right here, that's where it starts being like, okay, it's no longer funny. It's like, I feel like irony is perfect when you can, you know, not also be the butt of the joke, like as a person. It's like, if I'm cracking a joke, then I can be funny on my own as an individual. If I'm making an ironic joke, that's then, like, the whole reason why you're being ironic in the first place is like, oh, you're trying to make some kind of comment in your writing. You put it into writing on purpose if you are trying to make a commentary on something. You know, like here, I'm using it to try and make fun of the microtransactions because they don't make sense. And so I'm doing that by having an ironically bad voice. The issue is my voice already is stupid. So if I don't sound normal to begin with, it doesn't line up for the rest of it. It doesn't make any of it good. So my points feel kind of invalidated when I do this, like, haha, funny, cringy, ironic joke voice when, like, I kind of am the joke already. Speaking of jokes, this one's stolen. This one's ripped straight from the Actman video. Like, I copied this one, like, verbatim. Because he's going to play a clip of Super Mario 64 right here, and it's jacked straight from him. Anyways, I filmed this clip right before rendering the final video. There's snow on the ground. It was super cold. I tried to do the fake laugh again, and I failed, because of course I did. I'm just saying things that don't make much sense here, you know? The only thing I can say is that I used to wear transitions lenses, and you can tell because my glasses are already starting to tint up. I don't do that anymore. I don't really care for like what happens to my glasses. I got these frames changed like a year and a half ago because my friend sat on them, and so that busted them. I just lost my glasses. That was it. But yeah, I recorded the intro and outro as two different segments. For some reason, I couldn't tell you why. I just did. So overall, Call of Duty Ghosts is quite the mess. It's not terrible, but I wouldn't call it like a good review. I don't think I make any good points in it. So, yeah, that is all I gotta say about COD Ghosts. I remade it, and I'm a lot more proud of that one, just in the sense of like I have a bit more to say. However, I feel like some of the jokes hit like differently and better in this version. I don't know if it's just like rose tinted nostalgia or whatever, but like I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a bit funnier on these ones. Couldn't tell you why. That's just my opinion, you know. And as the guy who made these, maybe listen to my opinion. I don't know. So, and this has what, 250 views? Like, man, this barely had anything. I know very well the people that watch this, and hey, wouldn't you know it? You got like 3 comments on this video. So, you know, I like this guy's comment. I don't know why I never liked it. But, yeah, this video is kind of stupid. But for a first video, I did okay. A 12-year-old edited this. That's not terrible. You know, like a 12-year-old did the editing on this, and it's not like the editing's completely unwatchable and like makes you want to click off. I just think it's a bit stupid at times, but that's just me, I guess. So, yeah. Ghost is pretty bad.